Thinking about buying a franchise? Then the How to Buy a Franchise show is just for you. Here's your host, Dr. John Hayes.
So what is as a master franchisee and area developer, what keeps you awake at night, or what bothers you, or what are the problems you have to face?
Well, you always have to, as a master franchisee for Cartridge World, and as an area developer, but more so as a master, it's a 12-month business. It's a very high growth business. It's unlimited income kind of business. So you're always wondering if everyone is executing the plan, the system that we put in place. People have tough times for whatever reason. It could be illness, it could be divorce, it could be things like that. Those tough times become my tough time because a person then says, I can't go on, or I have to sell my store quickly because of this, or things like that. So those become issues that when you suddenly on a Monday morning think, that's why you communicate with your owners and be open with your owners. I have conference calls every week with my Cartridge World owners. We were just purchased by the largest company in the reprographic imaging industry, and we're just growing at leaps and bounds at this point with all our new initiatives.
So the franchisor has a new owner again?
Oh, July of 2015, of 2015.
So that pumped new life into the business.
Oh, yeah, it's a whole different world.
Yeah.
But for 3 or 4 or 5 years, I was nervous that my investment was not going to pan out.
Okay. Now, what about where do you find you're obviously you're here at the IFE. So how has this weekend gone for you? Did you meet a lot of prospective franchisees for both of your concepts?
We probably have met, stopped at our booth that we scan 105 to 110 people. But these are good, most of them, we don't scan them just if they're walking by.
Okay.
I mean, these people have spoken to us about the products and the initiatives we're launching.
But even out of 110, you might only sell one ultimately.
Yeah,
Probably higher here.
I think, yes, I would think maybe 2 or 3 out of that 110.
Okay. But which leads me to where I want to go. Most of the people who talk to you are not cut out maybe for franchising at all, and not for Liberty Tax or for Cartridge World.
Right.
And how do you determine that? You say, you don't want to tell somebody, hey, you're not really what we want, and franchisors don't generally do that, but they need to say, you're not a fit for us. Here's why. What do you find?
Well, I think you have a responsibility to do that.
Yeah.
I think you have a responsibility to people's hard-earned money. They're looking to invest in either concept.
Yeah.
And our responsibility is not just to take the money. Our responsibility, if we don't feel that you can go out and do sales calls or customer service calls in the Cartridge World business, or you don't want to work 5 days a week, honestly, it's not the right business for you. I mean, I'm not going to take your money, and we're not fogging the mirror. We're here to grow a business together as partners. I believe trust and chemistry is one of the highest rated things when you invest in a franchise. If you don't trust the owner of the company or the master franchisee, or in your chemistry, you can get around a little bit. Trust is way up there. And the same is true of the franchisor to the candidate, the franchisee coming in.
Absolutely. I always tell prospective franchisees, if you're going to lie to the franchisor, before you even have the franchise disclosure document, they're going to discover it.
Yes,
and when
right.
they discover that you don't really have as much net worth as you said, or you really have some criminal activity in your background, or even you transpose the numbers in your phone number because you don't want to give your phone number, that doesn't inspire success on your part.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a red flag.
And franchising is all about trust.
Yeah.
And people don't seem to understand that because they have a lot of mixed ideas and wrong ideas that franchising is just a money maker for the franchisor. But I don't know by my experience with you that you know some very wealthy franchisees, but I can tell you I know very wealthy franchisees as well as franchisors, but people who got into franchising, and I'm assuming people who got into Cartridge World and people who get into Liberty Tax who do very well for themselves as franchisees.
Absolutely. Great lifestyle, good, make a lot of money, sell their asset for a lot of money at the end.
Yeah, and that's one of the big advantages of franchising as well. People say, well, you're buying yourself a job. Well, show me a job that allows you to sell the equity at the end of 5 years, 20 years, or whatever it is that you commit to that business.
That's exactly right. It's you have an asset that you're building, and it's just like a car. If you polish the car, you change the oil, you take care of the tires, you can get more from it than if you just beat it up and scratch it and then never change the oil.
Thank you for listening to How to Buy a Franchise Show. If you want immediate assistance, visit howtobuyafranchise.com to contact Dr. John Hayes for a free consultation.